Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. The American Civil War. We are bringing you another line battle courtesy of the North and South mod for Napoleonic Wars. Don't these wonderful people look great? Look at this. The 5th Texans moving out as the cavalry, so you can see them there. Look at that. Don't they look wonderful? All moving out as the Confederate State Cavalry, followed by Fred A. So, let's see. As we're looking at the Confederate State Army at the moment, so you've got a guy moving out here with a cannon. So there's, from Madison, artillery, Private Florence. And you've got a couple of cannoneers, so there's Volunteer Stark and Private Jesse. And there's obviously Private John Foley. Now, this looks like a significant commander. There we go, Brigadier General, no less, Sergeant Pepper. Surely shouldn't he be Brigadier General Pepper? But everyone. Never mind. So we're looking at some of the Madison artillery gunners. And there's, I'm guessing they're from the Tennessee. So, based on the TN. Aha! Musician. Comrade Lenin. God, I love the music of this era. It's fantastic stuff. Okay, so you can see here from the 8th Arkansas and obviously from the 14th LA. You can see them all looking wonderful. And who's this? There's Patroclus from the 14th LA. And there's also from the 8th Arkansas. Now, let's see if we can find out what's going on with the Union forces. Now, that looks like conspicuous fluting by Rastosaurus Rex from the 37th WV. Let's check our information. I bet there's not even a WV on there, just to prove me wrong. Let's see. Well, bullets have started flying already. Correction, West Virginia. Thank you. So there we go. Fine fellows from West Virginia. And there's obviously Colonel Miller there leading his Connecticut's forces. So these fellows over here from West Virginia. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, they shot the musician so goddamn quickly. That's just rude. Poor Rastosaurus Rex. Yeah, he's not happy. Musician gets copped in the head with a bullet almost immediately. And this, of course, in the distinctive red and blues, is the New York State Militia. Looking as smart as always, under their command of Edward Fowler. So, let's see. Oh, excellent. Hinkle says we have new drum tunes made. They will be added soon. I cannot wait for that. So you can play together with your fifer. Oh, fantastic. Speaking of the Hinkle, there he is, the man himself, in as the stovepiped president of the Union forces. So, let's see. Now, you've also got a member of the New York State Militia over here. There's his second in command, Captain David Doyle. Now, he is obviously looking for the Confederate State Army. And they are doing a smart job here of hiding their forces, complete with Craig Lind as the musician in place. Somebody's asking for Gatling guns. That will make things quite interesting, to say the least. For those of you who don't know what a Gatling gun is, precursor to the modern miniguns. Around in the 1800s, it was always the bottom barrel that fired, and it was rotated by hand with a hand crank. So you can see fire coming in from that field and that little hamlet over there. And you've also got the 7th Cavalry addressing people over the river. So there's a few people in there. There's a Nitek in there and a Pat Roch. So the New York State Militia are being sneaky. They are taking it very carefully. And you can see over the other side of this river. Here we go. few members of the 8th Arkansas, led of course by Colonel Voodoo, looking wonderful, resplendent with his braid on his shoulders. I'm not sure if that's just going to act as a target, as we've got the cannons out. So Artillery Corporal Lesno has taken out Hack Block, great name, and you can see also members of the Confederate State Army over here on the Tennessee, and they are shooting back at the Union troops. Now the thing is, whoops-a-daisy, Eos has just captured a cannonball from his teammate. There you go. The New York State Militia has now moved out over to the far right-hand side of the map, and we're looking to see what's going on somewhere in the middle. So you have a gentleman running across the lines. There's Cadet Blazerade. And let's see. Over here is 37th Colonel Barbs. So looking wonderful with their hats, as you can see. Except for one guy who seems to have been a tail-end Charlie. Alex Zinger is saying hello to his mum. So when he should be out doing his war stuff, and he's out saying hello to his mum. Dear oh dear, I don't know. So, oh no! Major Romanov has caught a bullet from the 69th New York, courtesy of the 8th Arkansas. Captain Corporal Tillian, I should say. Now, we're looking over here, as you can hear fire coming from this general direction. Let's see who these fellows are who are holding this particular area down. So, there you go, Louisianans. Fine fellows from Louisiana. So there you go, we're watching them. And they seem to have got what appears to be a nice little ambush area, along with the 15th Alabama over on the right-hand side. So a nice spot here. And it looks like, yeah, the 7th Cavalry. Oh, there we go, Olafson taking out one of the enemy. The 7th Cavalry is in against the Orleans Cavalry. As you can see, they're after them. And they're doing their best to try and take out as many of the 7th Cavalry as they can. Oh dear. Yeah, General Janik is on the floor. He manages to pick up a stray horse. So Janik is okay. And the remaining member of the 7th Cavalry, Private Connor, managed to get it. Oh, he's stolen a horse. Grand Theft Horse is currently in progress. So we're watching Connor making a cheesing direction for the enemy, going for a saber swing, missing the saber swing, getting blocked and sliced in the back. So, oh goodness me, look at this fella. Doesn't he look bright? Now, obviously, this is a layover from Napoleonic War days, but they do like their bright uniforms so they can tell people apart. But it does kind of shout, here I am, etc, etc. So, let's see if we can find out what's going on. So, the New York State Militia, making their way past the cannonball, let's say, over here, yeah, the cannonball craters. The tear shape, that means it's a standard cannonball, fired from that direction. See? Gives you an idea of the direction in which it's coming from over there. So, let's see, let's follow the New York State Militia. 75 versus 53, so the Confederate States have the advantage. Oh dear, John McDonald and Volunteer Fixjoe, unfortunately, have caught a cannonball in the side of the head and is, unfortunately, dead as a doornail. Okay. Are those Union troops? Yeah, I think they are. So, there's Sergeant Russell carrying the colours. And we are watching, obviously, the New York State Militia moving up towards this barricade area. Now, oh dear. We are looking to see what's going on. Oh no! Gentleman from the 1st Connecticut has just been taken down by Alabamans. Henry Guisan, a master shot, of course. Now, if we look over here, I think there are, yeah, there's some Confederate State Army troops from the 15th Alabama. Alabama. Private Swiss as well. A couple of their numbers have taken bullets as the New York State Militia is now moving up. You really can't miss these guys. Looking wonderful as always in their blues and reds. Very striking uniform, I have to say. So, now the thing is, they're moving up on this area where the Confederate State Army has a little ambush, let's just say. Now, this should see. Okay. So there's Gabby B from the 5th Texans. They are in as cavalry. And there we go. Alabama taking fire. And let's see how they get on against the Union troops. Oh dear. Nathan McMill just catches a bullet for the Union troops. And let's listen to some music. Wonderful stuff. So here you go. The Union troops now trying to root out that area. Trying to take out as many people as possible. So they want to try... They don't really want to go across the southern bridge like that with that kind of ambush waiting for them. So you've got a cavalryman making his way in, not very far. His horse gets taken down. And so indeed does he. Oh dear, face full of horse ass. That's not good. Poor Lurang. What a horrible way to die. Oh no, that's just awful. So poor old Luran, face full of horse ass. Oh, there we go. Looks like this guy here, Udinot volunteer, goes in charges and is getting rifle butted to death. There we go. Look at that. Fantastic. So great play there. Great play indeed. So, yeah. That's looking okay. The line is still reasonably spread out, as you can see. Stops them catching bullets. You've got Private John Adams on the far left there. There you go, firing with those wonderful Springfield rifles. And, of course, the Confederate State Army. The Confederate State Army will have the Enfields from the British. So, this is all looking good. And for those of you who are interested, the patch... The latest patch for this game, this mod, has been released and is available for download. So you should have a North and South launcher available, enables you to do exactly that, download the patch and away you go. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. So, let's see. Little bit of music still going on. Okay, so you can see there. Unfortunately, Edward Fowler has managed to catch a bullet. So their leader is no more. Now the question is what the New York State Militia decide to do. So where is their commander now? So it's David Doyle, the second in command. So he is the second in command, even though he appears to be holding up the binoculars to his moustache. So maybe he's got a third eye in there, I don't know. It's difficult to say. You can never tell. It might be the pollution in New York that's, you know, one of those things. So, 21 versus 54. Now, these Union State troops are on the back foot. You've got the guys who are setting up the ambush now moving up closer, using this wall as a little bit of defensive goodness. So now it looks like, yeah, they're going to be charging, hiding behind a rock. It could be a charge, it could be a charge, a little bit of firing on charge going. There we go, the war cries have been given, they're charging in as best they can. They will have to obviously get those bayonets fixed in. There's John Reed obviously doing his best to deflect any bullets. He's going to go in for a quick shot. Oh, and he misses John Reed. And he goes in for a little bit of a rifle butt. Oh, nice block, sir. Beautiful. Now, the thing is, the trouble is he doesn't have a bayonet, so he's using his rifle as a club. But he's using a thin end, and he seems to be doing a good job against his opponent. Let's see, there's Van Cliff. Oh no, now he's got 2 people on him. This is not looking good, but he takes one down. John Reed with great skills, and then he picks up the bayonet of his enemy with his Lee Enfield rifle, blocks and going in for a stab, blocked yet again. This is a good battle going on with Corporal John Reed versus his enemy. Let's see who that is. That's a volunteer Maxie from the 15th Alabama. Oh, beautiful block. So as he's going in for a quick turning stab there, wasn't successful. This is the fight that is going to claim everything. This could be the victory. Oh, lovely stab to the head. A nice little fake out there by John Reed. He's now moving back to support his teammates, as there's not many members of the New York State Militia remaining, as you can see. As, there we go. Oh, John Adams gets taken down. Let's see what's going on. Oh, General Janik is taking people out with the sabre left, right and centre. Who's that left standing? Private Philip Julian. He's doing his best to get back with the sabre. And it looks like this could be the last man standing of the New York State Militia. Last stand, and he's shot in the face by General Janik with his pistol. Oh dear me. So, last stand of the New York State Militia. A damn fine battle, and we move on to find the remainders of the Union troops. Okay, that's interesting. Comrade Lenin as a horsebound drummer. I have to say that's new. So there is obviously from the Tennessee Brigade, Captain Mihar. Now let's see. Aha, the 69th Volunteers, and there's obviously Private Oppie Jr. These are the only 2 left. Now, let's go and see what awaits them outside. Well, first things first, it's a cavalry man. Here we go. Is he going to kill him? Is he going to kill him? Is he going to go in for the stab? Is he going to go for the stab? And he goes in for the shot. Potter claims the final victory, and we're on to the next round. Well, we're in once again. And we are on to round number 2 as we make our way past the crops. As you can see, the New York State Militia making their way out. There is 2nd Connecticut Lieutenant Colonel Reeves, or Lieutenant Colonel Reeves, I should say. Oh, Nightfall's unfortunately been... Oh, no, he's from Connecticut. He seems to have chosen the wrong one. There's Colonel Sam. And let's see what's going on here. Ah, there is Major Romanov from the 69th New York, looking wonderful with moustache and sideboards. This must be the 7th Cavalry, with, I don't doubt, possibly Mr. President in there. No, not yet, but a lovely, nice line of the 7th Cavalry here, led by P. Jester and, of course, Major General George Custer. So... see what's going on over here. Now, this is where the cannon is going to be placed. Oh, he's going to block people in. Watch out. So there's Olafsson. He's got to be careful. He's waiting for the remaining members to get past. And they will then unlimber said cannon. There we go. Blatant unlimbering occurring. So, as you can see. Oh, no, Lesno taking out members of the New York State Militia already. Oh, dear, that's not going to go down well. And Fitzjoe being taken down. So let's see if we can find out what's going on with the New York State Militia as they're already taking casualties. This is very unfortunate. Look, there we go. One of the casualties already. And there's 2 over here on one side as well. A couple of cannonballs taking out these. That looks like a possible commander. So you can see, yeah, they've been jumped. They've been jumped. There's David Doyle defending for his life. They've been jumped by the cavalry. Oh, he's taken a sabre slice. Oh, is that a Nitek? It is as well. So you can see in here, oh dear. Okay, David Doyle just got barged to the floor. Oh no, that's very unfortunate. As David Doyle gets taken down. William Boggs also gets taken down and has a seizure just after death. Yeah. Not a good way to die. So, let's see who's left standing. Correction. George McMuffson is no more. And who's that in the centre? Oh, that was Sergeant A. Russell doing his best to hold everybody off. But unfortunately, the New York State Militia, as a force, has been wiped out. And the numbers are still pretty even, as you can see, 77 to 68. So here's the 8th Arkansas, whose uniform I was wearing when I was running around. Okay. So as you can see here, these guys making their way, using the defences that is available to them. Quarter Sergeant Musil from the 8th Arkansas. And you can see what looks like guys coming. Yep, 6th Wisconsin. Oh no, they're caught on the bridge. They've been caught in the open, the 6th Wisconsin. This is not going to go well for them. Oh, Corporal Warlord is making a run for it in the opposite direction. There's Private Patch. He's going to have to cheese it back over the area. Oh, look at this. This might be the sole survivor. No, that's not the sole survivor of the New York State Militia. That was Nightfall, who chose the wrong uniform. The wrong trooper. Oh, there we go. Look at that. And here we go, boys and girls. Here we go. The New York City. They are in as clippity-clops. And you can see these fine fellows from LA doing their best to defend now. If I remember rightly, I'll have to confirm, I'm pretty sure somebody told me what LA stands for, but it's not Los Angeles because it wasn't actually technically founded at this time. So, it's kind of difficult. Let me see if I can find it. LA, Louisiana. Thank you. So there you go. So we're looking at, obviously, Colonel Cole Sergeant Hollow. Colour Sergeant Hollow. Oh, God. So you can see over on the left-hand side here, there's a little bit of cavalry going on with New York City men. And there's Nitek, obviously. Let's see how well he does with a pistol. Yeah, about as normal. And so Nitek's off. Charging off after the enemy. And getting back on his horse. There we go. So we'll have to wait and see. So there's Super Kasich from Louisiana. Haha, I got it right that time. And there's obviously Captain Pickett from the 14th Louisiana. And those guys are making their way slowly over the bridge, although they've got to be careful because of the likes of these guys. So let's see if we can lock in and see what's going on. Here is the 7th Cavalry. Oh, look at the fighting force they are. So we can see here... Oh, what's going on? Now this is going to be interesting because there's a significant amount of the Confederate State cavalry. So this is going to be very interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Because you've got the Alabamans again in this lovely little area where they love to set up ambushes. Now, let's move over and see what's going on over here, because this looks to me to be some Union-like forces. The 7th Cavalry look to have gone in for the attack. There we go. From the 9th Connecticut, Captain John Curtis, also Major General Sherman. And Vet Murdoch as we move over to the right-hand side across the open field. And we are looking at the 69th New York, Captain Fairass leading. And there you go. Look, you can see the cavalry right in the centre. This could be a cavalry dozy-do occurring. Let's see if we can move in closer and find out what's going on. As you've also got fire coming up from the hill there as well on the other side. Taking out, yeah, that's cannon fire as well. So you've got cavalry in here. Look at this. There we go. There's Ardalalax from Czechoslovakia. One of the few Czechoslovakian mercenaries in this cavalry. So, oh dear. Oh, there we go. Nice sabre. Oh, there, oh, poor fellow. He took a couple of sabre slices. There's Breeze Oh, canister fire coming over from the cannon as well. Look at that. He decides to put up the Confederate flag. Sign of defiance and possibly get back on a horse. There we go. He remounts a horse, steals the horse from in front of his teammate. So, he's running over to another horse over there. And you've got these guys over here who are defending. So, there is the, obviously from the Tennessee Brigade, they are defending against the Union forces here. So, 7th Cavalry just lost another man. Oh, let's see who this is. Oh, he then gets taken down. Tavington. Cavalry Sergeant Tavington is taken down. Okay. So, as you can see here, artillery engineer, brain just not working. So, there we go. So, let's have a look at the numbers. 26 members of the Union forces are remaining standing. This is the artillery section of the Confederate State Army. So as you can see, there's Potter, obviously, doing a little bit of loading, bit of plunging going on. The fine cannons of the Confederate State Army, don't they look wonderful? Get you a nice cannon shot here. So, blatant cannon shot. Jesse takes out one member. Let's see if we can get a good shot. So he's moving. Okay. Come on. Okay, we're waiting for an opportunity to... There we go. So, the cannonball is away, bouncing over the top of his enemy. Oh no! Northern, the president has been assassinated. Hinkle has been assassinated. Oh dear. You mad, Union? Yeah, I think they're pretty pissed now. So let's just wait and see. Fake AFK apparently. So it may not have actually been the president. It might have actually been a fake version of the president pretending to be AFK. So we'll just have to wait and see. So these are the last men. There's Doyle there and Private Nightfall. And as you can see here, they're dealing with a couple of Louisiana troopers. So we are looking now at yet more of the cavalry. So let's see. Ah, there he is. There, of course, is Major General Nitek with his very standard pose. And you've now got Confederate State Army moving out. Let's see where all this stabbing is going on. There we go. So you've got, looks like, yeah, Irish Brigade here. And the 69th New York going nasty on the cavalry. So you can see Oppie Jr. in there. Going stab horse. He's going on. Oh, there we go. There's Comrade Lenin, the horse-related drummer. He's going to do a drive-by drumming. Look out. Drive-by drumming. Drive-by drumming is occurring. And he still managed to avoid it. Look at this. This is epic musical skills here by Comrade Lenin. They're determined to get him. They're going to form a little line, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, no, but he still runs them over. Oh, no, he's about to lose his horse. This is beyond the absurd, I have to say. They're being trolled by a communist on a horse with drums. And a band in tow. So I have to say, it's quite impressive. And I think, yeah, we're getting some rubber banding. So you can see here. There we go. The drummer has been taken down. And Comrade Lenin is no more. He tried to drum himself out of trouble. And unfortunately did not succeed. So, it looks like The Union have decided to hold up in this house. Nice defensive position there by Cleo. You've got Entradi holding onto the front of the house. You've got the windows obviously being broken. And there's Janik outside. He's got to be careful. Looks like he's dismounted. Him and Nitek are going in to finish them off. They've got the 6-shooters out. And Captain Genie as well. The door's open. There we go. They're going to fire. In goes Nitek. He goes in straight away with the stab. Nitek going in as well. Look at that. Wonderful play by Nitek. Dixieland Janik. No, Nitek has died. Oh, dear. Look at this. Let's see. The General charging in. And you can see the last man standing over in the corner there. Yeah, this is the last guy. Oh, dear. There we go. The final stab from Tillion has been given, and we're on to the next round. Well, we're back. And we have changed the map, and we are on a different map. And we are looking, as you can see, at the spawn area of the Confederate State Army. So, you can see here everybody getting lined up into their various regiments and areas. So Sergeant Meeher from the Tennessee. Obviously there's Arkansas moving over. Now here, look at these fellows. Confederate States Cavalry. Ah! The President of the Confederate States. Jefferson Davis, I do believe. I could be wrong. I apologise in advance if I am. So, as you can see, Nitek is out here scouting the area. So, we're watching, obviously, Major General Nitek. And he is scouting out, looking for Union troops. Pardon me. Now, one thing they have said is that there's nobody allowed with guns in these areas. So these are lookout areas only. So, we shall see. Oh, cannonballs. Sound of cannonballs whistling through the air. Now, yeah, there's the Union troops. And this could get nasty because that to me looks like a Nitek. And this to me looks like Union Cavalry. It is New York City. The New York Cavalry will be chasing. Oh dear, this is going to be unfortunate. The question is, what are they going to do? Are they going to back off, use the use of that building, and try and hide as best they can? Looks like one of their guys has lost a horse already. So there's SDPFUA. Private Spdwfua. So obviously a Polish name. Could be wrong. As you've now got Confederate State Army troops moving up to this little defensive hamlet. I suppose you could call it a lumberyard of some sorts. Seems to be a lot of wood around the area. There you go. See, look. You know, nicely chopped wood at the back. So yeah, this is going to be a lumberyard. So now the question is there actually anybody in? So there's nobody in that building, and there's nobody in that building. And the cupboards appear to be floating. So, an easy place to defend. It's possible to get caught up in there, obviously. There is, of course, the Confederate State Kazi. The CSK, we'll call it. So, here is the actual 7th Cavalry, looking in fine form. And, of course, we have John Curtis from 9th Connecticut, along with, of course, Edward Fowler, leader of the New York State Militia, with his lovely line of troops behind him. There's John Oliver, 2nd Lieutenant, 3rd in command, and Invitational Spears, so who looks like he's got jaundice. But anyway, it looks now like the Union troops have now decided to move over and engage the troops that are in the lumberyard. And you can see them. They're hiding behind one of those very nice, well-armoured fences and are trying to pour fire into that building. You've also got another Union set moving over to the left-hand side. So let's see what's going on. A few guys defending. Using the old Springfields. Sorry, Lee Enfields, I do apologise. Hurrington in there as well. So let's see if we can find out what's going on with the Confederate State Cavalry. Who is that? Brigadier General Sergeant Pepper. Looks like he's off. There we go, taking out Volunteer Philip from the New York City Cavalry. As these guys are going after the cannons. There we go. Comrade Lenin just gets taken down. As we've now got the Confederate State Cavalry moving in to taking out the Union troops. So there you go. Private James B in there. At one with a tree. There's Captain Turin. He's doing his best to try and take out horses. And he takes a sabre to the face. This is not going well for him. Oh dear. Let's see, that doesn't look good. Oh, there we go. Oh, quick zoom in there. Look at that. More Confederate State. And it looks like a little bit of mass murder going on, as you can see. So let's follow these guys over the hill and follow them as they move in and start taking out Union cavalry and Union troopers. Look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Roving camera for the win. Oh, I hope when the new game comes out, Battle Cry of Freedom, they have some good camera options, because you'll be able to do some sweeping camera moves in this game. It'll just make it look fantastic. So let's see. You've got these guys who are trying to defend the Union artillery. Unfortunately, it's not going to do them much good as they get absolutely butchered by the Confederate State Cavalry. First Lieutenant Eric from the Orleans. Cannonballs come bouncing over. Here's the 6th Wisconsin. Looking unfortunately a little paired in numbers, sadly. But they are still a force to be reckoned with. They can do a nice little sneaky ambush from behind that well-armoured tent. So they're taking pot shots at the cavalry. And here is Louisiana. And obviously Luberkill in there as well, First Lieutenant of Louisiana. And you've got an engineer. So there you go, Dams 14. So let's wait and see what they decide to do. Who is that? Ah, there is General Janik. Jumping over the top of the barricades. And coming to a halt by them. So they've definitely barricaded off this area here. Good engineering skills by Dams 14 there. And it looks like the Irish Brigade is having a few problems there. So there's Edward leading his men out. Looks like they're going to stop. Get themselves sorted out into a line. Watching the 7th Cavalry. Waiting for their moment. Oh, look at P. Jester. Doesn't he look wonderful? Look at that. Great face. Ah, the bugler. Galadion. Seems to have taken an injury, but never mind. So, you can see here Louisiana moving out with some of their teammates. Now, let's see. I think they might be going around to the right-hand side. There you go, from the 15th Alabama. Moving out with General Janik, and it looks like, rather than being defensive-minded, the Confederate State Army is pushing on the offensive. As you can see now, I think the kill feed down there, Diamond Cripple Wolf just got taken down by one of the Orleans Cavalry. And you can see now, yep, there we go. There's the 7th Cavalry. You can see the dust being risen in the back. Look at that. The sheer awesome power that is the 7th Cavalry. See them making their move in. Correction. That was the Orleans Cavalry. And they weren't so much charging into battle as they were charging away from battle. But that was a sensible move, really, when you think about it, because they did come under the combined firepower of the 14th New York State Militia. And, of course, these 5 fellows over here from the 69th New York. So you don't mess with New Yorkers, that is for sure. And even Connecticut as well. So they're in there as well. So looking good as Che manages to take down Private Wes from the 6th Wisconsin. Let's see if we can find out where the 6th Wisconsin are. There's Major General Sherman. There's more of the Louisiana people on their way in. Yeah, there they are. I think they were over this side, weren't they? This is where they were kind of around. So, sort of around this area. So I'm guessing they caught a few bullets. So, let's see. Here we go. The New York State Militia have been jumped by the cavalry of the Confederate State Army. And they are doing their best to defend as best they can. They're coming under fire from all directions. Sabres, slices, left, right and centre. They're trying to defend as best they can. Let's see, there's Oudinot in there as well. Who's that? Who's that? That's David Doyle. Oh no, David Doyle gets taken down with a sabre thrust to the belly. Let's see what's going on. There's Patch Cromwell. Fitzjoe in there as well. He's doing his best, trying not to stab his commanding officer. There's Edward Fowler. Let's follow Edward Fowler as he's trying to melee his way out of trouble. So you can see now, looks like he's looking for the enemy. Looks like he's going to reload his rifle. And it seems, there we go. The cavalry has come to the rescue. So luckily for Edward Fowler there, the cavalry turned up and chased away the Confederate state troops. Now, this is where it gets nasty. Oh, there we go. Canyon gets taken down, barged to the floor. Connor takes down Brigadier General Sergeant Pepper. And what is left of the Confederate states is now cheesing it in the opposite direction, including, of course, General Janek from Dixieland. So he is essentially running away from trouble, which makes sense as the 7th Cavalry decide to stop and wait as a few bullets are fired in his general direction. Captain Genie gets taken down and the 7th Cavalry has survived. And so have quite a few members of the 14th New York State Militia due to that wonderful timely interruption by the 7th Cavalry and the 69th New York. So, fair play to them. As the cavalry now, under George Custer, moving away. And you can see them then making their position by the flag. That obviously they have the Confederate state colours. That's not going to make them happy. Now, what's up here? Here is General Janek. How many Confederate state? 27 Confederate state troopers. Sorry, 26 Confederate state troopers. Making liars out of me, them buggers. So there's Artillery Engineer Histerla. And you've obviously got another fellow coming up. Okay, he just disconnected, unfortunately. So that's not good for him. You've also got over on the far side. So there's General Janek looking around to find out where his troops are located. So here's another section of troops from Louisiana. They are now moving up. Now the thing is, there we go. The 7th Cavalry is making its move in towards these troops. They've got to be careful. Are they just going to drive past, or are they going to do anything else? No, it looks like they just drive past. So they could... No, they decided to wheel round on the edge, and they are dismounting. So they're actually going in with full firepower. This should be interesting to see what happens. Oh, correction. In comes Mihar there. Mihar goes in, and it looks like the 7th Cavalry now moving up. So there's Sergeant Tavington out with a pistol and failing to kill anyone. Oh no! Tavington just got axed in the groin by Dams 14. Dams 14 out with the axe as well, doing a great job as well. So there's Private Creed, not looking very happy about the fact that he's lost his horse. We're looking over to one side. Oh, there's Edward Fowler. He's coming under attack. Goes in for a nice stab to the leg on the opposing forces. Whoa, got to be careful he doesn't team kill people. That's always the danger in this game. as indeed it is in Napoleonic Wars. And looks like they're going to try and engage these remaining members. Bit of fire coming out. Oh, nice shot from James Farley into Johnny Rebel. And it looks like they are now charging in. Oh, look at that double stab all over the place. He almost got locked, barged to the floor. As we're watching the commanding officer of the New York State Militia trying to kill the last remaining Confederate State Army man. General George Custer has just died. Major General George Custer. So James Farley and his teammate, Recruit John Scott, trying to finish off the last man. There we go. James Farley finishes him off. And who's this earring gentleman? Volunteer Fitzjoe. So looking good there, as what remains of the line is now moving away. Long distance attempt there by Fowler. And you've got Recruit Schumi from the New York State. Now, look at this. The 7th Cavalry... Oh. Oh dear. That was a bit unfortunate. So, the 7th Cavalry now currently leaderless. 6 Confederate State players left alive. Let's see if we can find out where they are. Now, could this be the vehicle riding musician? Now, who is that? So there's James B. from the Texan. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's see who this fellow is. Hinkle saying, when he's Lincoln joining the Union, they lose. Support the Confederates as Davis, and they lose. So there's your commonality in what happens to the losing side. Essentially, it is what's known as the Hinkle effect. It is the Hinkle syndrome. So if you have Hinkle on your side, you're guaranteed to lose. So you can see here, a little bit of stabby going on here. Who's this guy? This is the Potato. You've got to watch out for the Potato. Get him, Potato, get him. He's trying to shoot you from close range. Gets one. Gets a second. Going in for the last man, Potato. He's having a few problems. He's decided to cheese it. There's too many people after him. He's going to get shot in the back. He turns, avoids the bullet. Nicely done, Mr. Potato. Oh, and he's had his chips. So, there we go. Let's see. So, Florent is one of the few men left standing. He's decided to get off and fight, which is very brave of him. Or not. He picks up a gun and he's trying to stab that horse at the same time as he's being shot at. And there we go. And the Union have won the round. And we are back with the next round in this glorious line battle. So, a definite shout out to Potatoes for his previous defensive attempt there in last moment. Brigadier General Sarge from 2nd Connecticut. Okay. Let's see what these guys are up to. So, we make a nice sweeping move over to watch the back end of the New York State Militia and the front end of the 7th Cavalry. So, as you can see, there's the New York State Militia, complete with drummer Craig Lind, looking wonderful. And they are moving over to the log cabin, or the logging camp, I suppose you could call it. Now, Major General George Custer, using his nose to observe, obviously, finding out where the Confederate State Army could be located. Ah, the invisible torsos are fixed when you update to the new version 4.401. So I've got to give a definite woot to that. So aha, this to me looks like a Confederate scout. It is. And a pro hint, press B in fire mode to fix a bayonet. Now, there is North and South Hinkle in as Jefferson Davis, the commander. And they're shooting at him already. And he is deciding to cheese it. As he runs past some enemies. Oh, run for it, Hinkle. Run for it, Jefferson. Oh, he's riding through the trees. And, oh dear, David Doyle has just assassinated his second in command. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh no! The president has been dehorsed. The president has been dehorsed. Looks like he's going in. Yeah, the Confederate state president is now behind the lines. This is not looking good. Oh, he managed to dodge that bullet very carefully. So let's see who's after him. Kevin O'Doyle. Recruit Kevin O'Doyle. Is he going to be the man to assassinate the Confederate state president? The rest of the battle can go hang. This is the moment. Aha. He's decided to back off. He's decided to back. Interesting. Aha. He's tried to lull him into a false sense. No. He's decided to back off. Send a false signal to Mr. President here. And then pop out from behind and shoot him in the back. So we are watching, obviously, the president of the Confederate States now being chased by a Union trooper from the New York State Militia. Now, the trouble is that I don't think the president realises there's somebody behind him. Apparently, yeah, there you go. No, he does. He says, one of your guys is hunting me. So he's now being hunted and he's hiding behind a tree. There we go. This is quite... There he is. He sees him. He's going to fire. Oh, and he misses him. He misses him. That was his opportunity. Hinkle is after... Hinkle is now backing away. The thing is, the guy's reloading. This is tense for Hinkle. This is tense for Jefferson Davis, the Confederate state president. Looks like his Union assassin is still after him. And the question is, can he see him through those trees? Hinkle is going to jump him. There we go. Hinkle's jumped him. Can he get him? No, he runs right past him. Now the question is, can Hinkle get to him in time? No, he's managed to dodge recruit Kevin O'Doyle. It's like, where has the president gone? I've lost the president. My opportunity to assassinate the president has been unsuccessful. Oh no. He's lost the president. He's going to have to abandon his task. His mission is a failure. And I was going to say he's going to be demoted, but he's only a recruit, so... Can't get more demoted than recruits. As now even we can't find the president. So he probably may have teleported away. Which is a bit sneaky, I have to say. That's not playing fair. Ah! No. Here we go. Hinkle is moving back. Jefferson Davis is after him. Bear in mind, he's only armed with a sword. But he's just... Ah! What's this? Has he turned and seen the president chasing after him? I think he may have done. Yes, he's seen the president chasing after him. Hinkle probably should have made a run for it. So... You can see him standing by the tree. Oh, no, no. Look out, Hinkle. Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Hinkle, unfortunately, moved while he was standing behind a tree. Kevin O'Doyle was managing to see him. And this is important stuff. This is an attempted assassination on the president. So Hinkle's got to be careful. Here we go. There we go. He's gone in for the charge. He's avoiding the bullets. He did avoid a bullet again. Oh dear. And his assassin now decides to cheese it off us in the opposite direction. Unfortunately, he can't keep up with a trained soldier, albeit a recruit. So Hinkle is now chasing... Oh dear, we better go and look, see what else is going on. So let's see how the New York State Militia is getting on. So you can see them having a little bit of a battle with some Confederate State troops and the Confederate State Cavalry here, like some Candide, as Jack Forsher there taking a few bayonets. Oh, Fitzjoe, very close. We'll keep an eye on the kill feed just in case the president is assassinated. We'll just have to wait and see. But we have to focus on the rest of the battle, as I am here to document the entire battle, not just the attempted assassination of the Confederate State President. So, there you go, Blackwater gets taken down. There's Kevin O'Doyle, the would-be assassin. And we're looking at Pontefelpoc, great name, from the 7th Cavalry. And here is Louisiana hiding behind, obviously, the well-armed and well-defended tents. Not going to get a lot of defence behind this building, unless you're very thin. And so there you go, Colonel Voodoo. Look at this, nice defensive work here. Shout out to Dams 14, the engineer of choice, giving them an additional high wall to stand off of. So let's see if we can find out what's going on. There's John Oliver. Looks like the New York State Militia are pushing up towards this defensive area. Now the question is what they're going to do. Oh, William Boggs catches a bullet. And looks like they are now moving. They might try and move over to the right-hand side, try and get in behind that defensive section. So if they go in through this fence here, as it looks like some of these troopers are doing. So there's Brigadier General Sarge from the Connecticut, and Che manages to catch a bullet in the head. And it, oh dear, don't have your back turned, don't have your back turned. For that reason. Always look behind you. Always look behind you. Because Captain Genie is an opportunistic git. Never mind, all part of the learning process. So, let's see. Oh, Potato. Oh, is Potato having problems again? He's about to become sliced and diced yet again. Now, you can see here the Alabamans. Looks like they're engaging quite heavily against the... There we go. It looks like the Union soldier has run away. He has been unsuccessful in his attempt to assassinate the Confederate State President. And it looks like this Mr. Juggler is having a battle with the location of the 7th Cavalry's horses. Let's see. Yep, there you go. He unfortunately was not very successful, as the New York State Militia comes under attack from the Confederate State Cavalry. Oh, so much fire going in, huge amounts of stabby goodness. And they got taken down very, very quickly. So, the 14th Louisiana holding up against the attack from the Union troops, particularly the 14th New York State Militia. So it looks like, oh dear, oh dear. Looks like the cannon has been moved. This could get messy. The question is, who's going to catch the cannonball? Oh, there we go. It looks like canister shot. Didn't have the range, but it managed to catch a few people in the face, possibly. We'll have to see. General Janik murdered by invitational spears, which will make him a very happy man. So let's see what's going on. Here we go. In come the Louisiana troops and the Alabama troops. They are now moving up to the New York State Militia, as these guys are trying to defend themselves as best they can. So there's Corporal John Reed in there with his 6-shooter. You've also got an additional member here from the Connecticut. You can see massive amounts of stabbing going on. You've got Private James Farley trying to avoid one of the cavalrymen. Oh no! Captain Genie taking down more members of the New York State Militia. They're doing their best to try and defend against all comers. Lovely turning stab there by James Farley. He gets killed for his trouble. Fix Joe is in there, and he's got an awful lot of Confederate State Army after him. This will be his opportunity to cheese it in the opposite direction, but no! He then gets taken down. Who is the last man standing? It is Nico Abruzzino, and he's not standing anymore. So, whoops-a-daisy. Stark just assassinated Captain Genie. As more... Oh, here we go. Who was that? No one. That was Captain Turin from the 6th New York City. Or the New York Cavalry, I should say. So, let's see. How many Union troops do we have left? 3. Aha. Well, there's Mr. President. And... who is this? Is this the same guy? It is. So you got to admire his tenacity. I'll give him that. And he still missed him again. Oh, Kevin, what are you doing? Come on, Kevin, you got to take him on. You got to take him on. This is going to be it. Here we go. This is going to be it. This is going to be the fight. Oh, a little bit of rubber banding going on there. We'll have to wait and see. This is the fight between the president. Let's see what's he going to do. Looks like he's going to try and defend low, as Kevin O'Doyle seems to be very nervous here. Obviously, this could be the be-all and end-all. And he stabs him! Jefferson Davis has been assassinated with a wonderful stab from Kevin O'Doyle. He was persistent. He was determined, and he finally got his man. So, let's see. 2 Union players are remaining, of which this is one of them, for obvious reasons. Now, we're looking for the other one. Aha! Diamond Cripple Wolf. So, he'll be the only man left standing. And he is a lucky man because he has both howitzer and cannon available to him. So it looks like there are troops going towards him. Let's find out and see what our young assassin is going to do. As he's moving in that general direction, but he's got quite... Fix Joe with 17 kills, 1 death. That's just obscene. Absolutely obscene. Oh, bit of rubber banding going on there. Oh, dear. Oh, I think the server's having a few problems. Yeah, getting there slowly. Epic remix. Yeah, it's ice skating rink. So yeah, they're doing good games all because it's this is like dubstep. Yeah, this is dubstep north and south. So here we go. Volunteer fireworks and a slice with the saber. Diamond Cripple Wolf. Oh, looks like he's going in for a stab. There we go. Kevin O'Doyle has just assassinated the potato. He has mashed him good and well. As Diamond Cripple Wolf. Oh, lovely turn and stab. Oh, fireworks. He's got the fireworks. We're watching Diamond Cripple Wolf now trying to melee with about 94 tons of lag. So you can see it's going quite well. Unfortunately, it didn't last forever. So... this guy who decided to assassinate the president has decided to essentially lag out. So there you go. They've just toggled a beacon on him. But yeah. Let's have a look at the pings. Look at the pings. They're pretty obscene. Ah, there we go. So Kevin O'Doyle is just about to go up against... is going to go up against the entire army of the Confederate States. So, Let's see what they decide to do, because this has the potential to be entertaining. Now, considering how long it took him to assassinate one man, the chances of him killing... We could be here for another 5-6 hours, possibly. So, now is not the time to reload. You should have reloaded before you even saw them. Never mind, that is the round over. Good games to everybody. And thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed yourselves this evening. Minus obviously the odd little bit of lag here and there. And we shall see you next week for more North and South American Civil War goodness. My thanks to all the teams, all the regiments involved. Thank you guys. You are what makes this game good. Thank you.